Is the crown already shifting hands without a single announcement? Queen Camilla is reportedly furious as Kate Middleton quietly steps into a royal role that looks more like a throne than just tradition. Behind palace doors, whispers of a soft succession are growing louder. And it's not just about duty anymore. It's about power. From public love to palace tension, could Kate be the future of the monarchy sooner than anyone expected? And what does that mean for Camilla's place in royal history? Stay with us, because this story of silent crowns and shifting influence might just change everything. A throne unexpected, how Kate found herself at the top. No one saw it coming, not this soon. But fate, circumstance, and quiet determination have pushed Kate Middleton closer to the throne than ever before. It started subtly. First, King Charles's health began drawing headlines. Then came Kate's own mysterious absence from royal life, followed by a heartfelt video revealing her cancer diagnosis. The monarchy entered a vulnerable phase, one where the next generation had to step up, fast. Whispers inside the palace turned into murmurs among advisors. Is it time to prepare Kate and William for the crown sooner than expected? The answer wasn't loud, but it was clear. Kate, once the cautious Duchess, has transformed before the public's eyes. Her resilience during illness, her dignified silence amid speculation, and her return with clarity and warmth have made her the symbol of what the monarchy needs now: stability, empathy, and strength. Royal insiders reveal that within the walls of Buckingham Palace, contingency plans are always in place. But in recent months, those plans have become realities. Charles has quietly reduced his public duties. William and Kate, particularly Kate, have stepped in, not just out of duty, but out of necessity. And in doing so, Kate's image began to shift. She wasn't just the future queen consort anymore. She was seen as the future monarch, in spirit, if not yet in title. But while the public embraced this shift with open arms, not everyone inside the palace felt the same. And that brings us to the person who reportedly took this shift the hardest: Queen Camilla herself. Camilla's breaking point. The day she found out. When the news broke inside palace circles that Kate was taking on more sovereign-like responsibilities, insiders say Camilla's reaction was immediate and intense. She wasn't just surprised, she was, reportedly, furious. After years spent reshaping her image, from the other woman to the queen, Camilla finally felt she had carved her place beside King Charles. But suddenly, all eyes were back on Kate. All praise, all press, all future-facing plans. Sources close to the palace suggest that Camilla viewed this shift as a personal slight, especially since she wasn't consulted. "She worked so hard to be accepted," said one royal observer, "to be overshadowed again by Diana's daughter-in-law? That reopened old wounds." Behind closed doors, rumors swirled of Camilla's emotional outburst. She felt blindsided, betrayed, and deeply insecure. Those close to her say she fears that history is repeating itself, that once again, a woman named Catherine is capturing the heart of a nation in a way she never could. Reports claim that aides overheard Camilla questioning the firm's loyalty, asking whether she's truly respected or just tolerated. And that sense of isolation only grew as Kate's public power continued to rise. Because unlike Camilla, Kate didn't chase the crown. It chased her. Kate's rise, from duchess to dominant royal force. Once mocked for her cautious silence, Kate Middleton has become the monarchy's most reliable pillar. Her journey wasn't immediate. Early on, tabloids branded her "Weighty Katie," criticizing her for playing it safe. But what the critics missed was her patience, her ability to learn the system from the inside and build trust with the public over time. And now, that patience is paying off. Over the years, Kate has evolved. From mother and charity patron to global icon and stateswoman, she's done it without scandal, without drama, and with quiet dignity. Even during her recent health battle, her courage and honesty only increased public admiration. People don't just respect her, they relate to her. That relatability is what makes Kate dangerous to the status quo. Because while others in the firm rely on royal protocol, Kate's power comes from connection. Her touch is softer, but it runs deeper. Even those who once dismissed her now agree. Kate has grown into a role few could handle, and she makes it look effortless. "She didn't ask for the crown," said a former courtier, "but now it's fitting her perfectly." And while Kate rises with grace, the palace itself begins to crack under pressure, especially as two households start drifting further apart. The power divide. Charles, Camilla, and the Wales household. It's subtle, it's quiet, but inside the walls of Buckingham Palace, something is shifting, and it's not just titles or responsibilities. It's the very structure of power. Two households, two visions, two centers of gravity forming within one royal institution. On one side, we have the reigning monarch, King Charles III, and Queen Camilla, seasoned, traditional, and devoted to the legacy of royal duty. On the other, William and Kate, the Prince and Princess of Wales, modern, approachable, and unmistakably rising. What was once a united royal front is now quietly fractured. Behind closed doors, insiders say palace meetings have grown more tense. Some briefings are now split. Decisions that once took hours now take days. Priorities are diverging, not loudly, but deliberately. King Charles, ever the steady monarch, has been trying to balance continuity with necessary evolution. But William and Kate? They've already embraced change, and the world is following them. They speak to the younger generation. They adapt. They relate. While Charles and Camilla carry the torch of the past, William and Kate are already lighting the path forward. And that reality is creating friction, especially for Camilla. According to sources, Camilla has felt increasingly sidelined. Duties once reserved for the Queen, charity appearances, symbolic visits, high-profile engagements, are being gently handed to Kate. Not with confrontation, but with calculated consistency. Even during formal events, observers have noted the tension. Body language experts point to less physical proximity between the couples, fewer exchanged glances, more measured interactions. What was once warm and unified now feels ceremonial. There's more space between them, physically and politically. Camilla, who worked tirelessly to rise from public criticism to queenly grace, now finds herself slowly edged out of the spotlight by a younger, wildly popular counterpart. She's not just losing relevance, one source close to the royal household whispered. She's losing control of the narrative. Because in the royal firm, power isn't about who wears the crown. It's about who commands the room. And Kate, with her effortless warmth and undeniable presence, has been doing just that. Even Charles, despite his desire to keep things steady, is reportedly aware of the shift. But to act on it risks a deeper divide. one the palace desperately wants to avoid. Still, the public doesn't wait for official statements. They've already chosen. When Kate enters a room, the mood changes. The tone softens. The applause gets louder. She doesn't just follow tradition, she reshapes it. And while tension brews behind velvet curtains, the public has already drawn the line. For them, Kate isn't just a future queen. She's the queen they've already crowned in their hearts. Public love. Private threat. Why Kate's popularity frustrates Camilla. In the world of royalty, public perception isn't just power, it's survival. And right now, Kate Middleton holds it all in the palm of her hand. Across Britain and beyond, she is regarded as the crown jewel of the monarchy. Consistently ranked as the most admired royal, even ahead of King Charles himself, her every move commands attention. From her charity work to her parenting, from her wardrobe to her warmth, Kate connects. And in today's monarchy, that kind of connection is rare and priceless. Whether it's walking through a children's hospital or standing silently at a solemn royal vigil, she does it with a quiet strength that resonates far beyond the palace walls. Her speeches trend on social media. Her fashion choices sell out globally within hours. Every appearance becomes an event, every photo a statement. But with all that public love comes an unspoken rivalry, a private tension that's hard to ignore. Because while Kate has earned the people's admiration, Camilla is still earning their approval. Despite wearing the title of queen, Camilla's relationship with the public has always been complicated. Her path to the throne was marked by scandal, resistance, and decades of delicate PR. While some have warmed to her role, others have not forgotten the past. And that's exactly why Kate's soaring popularity feels like a silent threat. It's not about jealousy, not in the petty sense. It's about something deeper: relevance, presence, power. When Kate stands next to Charles at official events, crowds cheer louder for her. Cameras follow her more closely. Headlines call her elegant, poised, and regal, without ever mentioning the word queen. Some tabloid writers have even coined a new phrase, the shadow coronation. They say Kate doesn't need a crown to be seen as the monarch in waiting. She already wears it, unofficially, in the hearts of the people. And that phrase has reportedly stung Camilla more than any title dispute ever could. Because here lies the quiet tragedy. Camilla spent years trying to move past being seen as Diana's replacement. But now, she's facing something more subtle and more threatening. She's not being compared to the past anymore. She's being outshone by the future. While Camilla may sit beside the king, it's Kate who leads the room. While Camilla signs the documents, it's Kate's face that graces front pages. And while Camilla holds the title, Kate holds the legacy. Sources close to the palace say that this quiet dynamic has created a growing discomfort behind the scenes. Camilla reportedly feels overshadowed, not by accident, but by design. Because when the public already sees someone as queen, it's only a matter of time before reality follows perception. And now, as whispers of an earlier-than-expected transition grow louder, Kate's role is no longer just ceremonial. It's inevitable. The crown isn't waiting. It's moving, and Camilla knows it. The throne in question: Charles's health and the future of the monarchy. The royal family never moves fast unless they have to, and lately they've had no choice. King Charles's recent health issues sent shockwaves through the palace. While official statements remained calm and vague, Insiders whispered about the reality: a king facing the limitations of time, and a crown that might not wait. Doctors have kept close watch. Advisors have held quiet meetings. And behind closed doors, contingency planning turned into action. Succession no longer feels like a far-off moment. It feels near, urgent, real. While Charles remains on the throne, he has already reduced his public schedule. And in that quiet vacuum, William and Kate have stepped forward. Not just in name, but in presence, visibility, and purpose. State events? They're leading them. International causes? They're headlining them. Family stability? They're representing it. And as Kate's role increases, so does the concern inside Camilla's circle. Because while King Charles is known for his patience, Camilla is said to be watching events unfold with growing unease. She reportedly fears that her place in history, carefully constructed over years, is being erased one event at a time. And in a monarchy driven by image and continuity, those fears are not unfounded. The public no longer wonders if Kate will be queen. They're wondering, when? And that leads us to the real question. Why is Kate so uniquely suited for this moment? What makes her the perfect fit? Not just for now, but for the future. The Queen in Waiting. What makes Kate fit to rule? In a family where tradition reigns, Kate Middleton stands out for one powerful reason. She honors it, without being owned by it. Educated, poised, and fiercely discreet, Kate has spent years mastering the royal playbook. But she hasn't just played by the rules, she's rewritten them. She's never overshadowed the crown, but she's always brightened its glow. She never sought attention, but her presence draws it effortlessly. It's not about pageantry with Kate, it's about purpose. When she speaks at events, she connects. When she visits charities, she listens. When she steps out into public, she radiates a quiet authority that commands respect without demanding it. And the world is watching. Even Kate's critics now call her a natural. Her diplomacy with international leaders, her ability to comfort grieving families, her calm in the storm of public scrutiny. These aren't just royal qualities, they're leadership traits. But what truly sets her apart is her blend of old and new. She brings a sense of continuity from the past, while reflecting the values of a modern world. And in an institution that desperately needs that balance, Kate has become the answer no one can deny. And yet, while Kate rises with calm and clarity, someone else has been working behind the scenes, not to rise, but to remain relevant. Camilla's silent campaign, fighting for relevance. Camilla is no stranger to public resistance. She's faced more headlines, whispers, and criticism than most could handle. But through it all, she's survived by staying the course, keeping quiet, and building a role of her own. Now, however, that role feels increasingly unstable. Sources close to the Queen suggest she's been making moves, strategic ones, more solo engagements, more public appearances. A carefully increased presence in patronage causes close to the crown's heart: literacy, horses, and history. She's reportedly aligning herself with the monarchy's roots in an effort to reassert her role. Because if the narrative becomes Kate is the future, then Camilla risks being labeled the past. She has leaned into her own brand, steady, mature, reserved, but the optics are tough, especially when next to Kate's youth, relatability, and emotional connection to the public. Insiders claim Camilla is lobbying privately, requesting that Charles maintain more visibility to keep the monarchy's center where she can still reach it. Because while the queen title is hers by law, the queen image? That's now being shaped by Catherine. And for Camilla, that shift isn't just personal, it's existential. But Kate's rise isn't just about power. It's also about something much deeper, something the crown never fully resolved: the legacy of Princess Diana. Diana's echo: how Kate's path mirrors the past. Some names never fade, and in the British monarchy, Diana is one of them. Though she never wore the crown, she wore the people's hearts, and that's a power no coronation can grant or take away. For years, Diana's legacy lingered, quiet, revered. But with Kate, that legacy has been reignited, and Camilla knows it. Every time Kate wears Diana's sapphire ring, every time she steps out in a look that subtly echoes her late mother-in-law, every time she champions causes close to Diana's heart: mental health, children's welfare, humanitarian outreach, the connection becomes harder to ignore. The public sees it. And so does Camilla. To many, Kate feels like the continuation of what Diana might have been: a princess who became a symbol, a mother who became a legacy, and now, a daughter-in-law who carries that memory with purpose. Even the Spencer family, Diana's own bloodline, has reportedly expressed admiration for Kate's grace. It's as if the emotional baton was passed, not through ceremony but through spirit. And that spirit stands in direct contrast to Camilla's path, one still viewed by many as tainted by history, no matter how many crowns or titles are worn. But while the echoes of Diana stir emotion, there's something much more tactical unfolding in the background: a quiet war of headlines. Media wars, leaks, headlines, and royal spin. Royal drama doesn't always unfold on palace floors. These days, it plays out in headlines, hashtags, and subtle whispers to the press. Recently, a string of tabloid stories hit the newsstands, alleging everything from Camilla's fury to Kate's quiet domination of royal duties. These weren't accidents. Sources were named. Quotes were vague. And timing? Suspiciously precise. Behind the scenes, insiders suggest that both sides, Camilla's circle and the Wales household, may be engaging in a modern royal battle. Media positioning. It's subtle, strategic, and ruthlessly effective. Some reports make Camilla appear isolated, struggling, even insecure. Others portray Kate as the monarch in waiting, adored by the public and quietly steering the ship. These narratives don't come from nowhere. They come from carefully placed sources. The palace, of course, issues no comment. But that silence only adds to the speculation. Online, the divide is even sharper. Social media has turned royal opinion into tribal loyalty. Team Kate trends regularly. Camilla, unfair or not, is often cast as the villain in this unfolding story. And with each leak, each carefully worded article, the tension grows. Not between two women, but between two images of monarchy, one rooted in the past, the other pulled by the future. And right at the center of it all is the man both women orbit, Prince William. What does he think? What role is he playing in this silent war? William's move: husband, father, future king. While the world debates the roles of Kate and Camilla, one man has quietly shaped the entire game: Prince William. He's not just a husband standing beside his wife. He's the heir to the throne. And according to royal insiders, he's fully aligned with Kate's rising position, not just supporting it, but helping lead it. From the beginning, William has protected Kate with a silent force. Whether shielding her from tabloid cruelty or deflecting family tensions, he's been her steady defender. And now, as talk of early succession grows louder, William is no longer playing a passive role. He's stepping into a leadership stance that many believe signals an unofficial transfer of power. Behind palace walls, sources say William has taken on more of Charles's behind-the-scenes duties, briefings, diplomatic updates, even strategic planning for royal engagements. In public, his appearances with Kate are more frequent, more formal, and more impactful. And here's what's telling. William isn't just standing behind Kate. He's stepping aside to let her lead when the moment calls for it. He knows the public reveres her. He knows that in her, the monarchy has a future it can trust. And his loyalty to her isn't just marital. It's political, emotional, and symbolic. This bond has deepened the rift with Camilla, because while she struggled to claim her place as queen, William has already elevated Kate in the public eye, and within palace strategy. To Camilla, it must feel like a double threat, Kate capturing the world's love, and William ensuring she never loses it. But even beyond titles and strategy, something more powerful is happening. Something the palace cannot control. The people have already made their choice. The people's queen. A title, crowned by the public. You can't buy it, you can't demand it, and you certainly can't inherit it. The title of People's Queen is something only the public can give, and they've given it to Kate Middleton. From global fashion charts to royal popularity polls, Kate consistently ranks at the top. Whether she's speaking at a children's charity, comforting a grieving family, or simply walking through a hospital corridor, the love she receives is real and deep. It's more than applause, it's affection. Royal watchers often point out that crowds cheer louder for Kate than for King Charles himself. Some events have even seen Camilla politely clapped for, only to be followed by thunderous roars when Kate appears. Online, Queen Kate trends constantly. She hasn't been crowned, but for many, she already reigns. That's why Camilla's fury matters, because this isn't just about palace roles, it's about cultural power. Kate's presence taps into something emotional, something timeless. It echoes Diana. It promises continuity. It feels real. Even in her illness, Kate didn't retreat into shadows. She spoke. She stood up. She stayed human. That is what made her queen in the eyes of millions. And that's why Camilla's actual title feels hollow in comparison. Because no matter what official royal history records, the people have written their own version, and in it, Kate wears the crown. But if that's how the world sees her already, what does that mean for the throne itself? Are we seeing a transition not in words, but in action?
The final shift. Is Kate already taking the throne?
The monarchy doesn't announce change with fanfare. It does so with silence. And right now, Kate Middleton's silent ascent may be the loudest royal shift in years. She's hosting solo events once reserved for the reigning queen. She's stepping in for Charles at high-level appearances. She's leading charity efforts, diplomatic introductions, and royal family coordination, all while dealing with a personal health battle that's won her even more admiration. And where is Camilla? Present, but quieter. Still queen, but less visible. It feels intentional, strategic, like a soft transition has already begun. Behind palace doors, the royal machine is adapting. They know the public is shifting. They know the future of the monarchy rests not just on tradition, but on trust. And Kate has earned that trust tenfold. Camilla's fears are not unfounded, because this isn't about age or title anymore. It's about relevance, about resonance. And right now, Kate is both the heart and face of a monarchy in transition. For some, it feels like justice. For others, like a betrayal. But no one can deny it. Kate is standing where few thought she'd be so soon, at the edge of a crown, already half-worn. And for Camilla, that truth may be harder to swallow than any jewel, any title, or any crown. The throne is changing, not with an announcement, but with a presence. And Kate Middleton may have just stepped into history without saying a single word. So, is Kate already wearing the crown in everything but name? Camilla may still hold the title, but the people, and maybe even the palace, have spoken. Thanks for watching. If this royal drama had you hooked, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories straight from behind palace walls.